Hi, my name is Jane Aday.
I'm Gina Holton, and today we're going to be talking about what it's like to be a young professional.
I graduated in May 2025 from Lemoyne with a degree in Leadership and Management, Human Resource Management, and Marketing, and I'm currently working a role at Day Automation by Stark Tech in marketing as a business development and marketing executive.
I also graduated in May of 2025 from SUNY Plattsburgh with a Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration. I went on to work in marketing, and now I am working in sales at Cintas.
We've been in the workforce for about 6 months, and we decided that we're going to share about our transition from college student to post-grad life. We're going to start with challenges of the work environment for a young professional,
How to maintain a personal brand and good reputation.
and the work-life balance.
Aside from internships, this is our first time entering a professional workplace.
Yeah, it's really scary. Being in a meeting as the youngest person in the room,
Oh yeah.
I really struggle to speak up
Yeah.
because I feel like my opinion isn't valued as much. Even though I know that that's not true, I think it's just a little bit intimidating with only 6 months of work experience.
For sure. When I was interning at Safe Tech of America, it was my first meeting, and I had a question. I thought it was insightful. I thought it was a good question, but because I was the youngest in the room and the newest in the room, I was feeling shy of asking it. But I did ask it. People told me it was a good question, and that made me feel good.
Okay.
Ask the questions.
Always ask the question.
Right. Another part of being young in the workplace is that feeling of imposter syndrome, knowing that you're the youngest and the newest in that workplace, and wondering if you're viewed as reputable, or maybe even questioning yourself. This is the imposter syndrome, if you are reputable.
No, I completely agree. Everybody in the workplace has so much more experience than me, and I feel like I'm bringing a lot of new ideas, and it's maybe not exactly what they're looking for because I haven't been around as long.
Which I think is normal. And I don't even think that it's because we're young. I think it can also just be because we're in a new job. So it's just about learning your job and learning the culture and learning your team.
Totally. When you're in college, pretty much anything goes, especially with clubs. I mean, you can run it however you want.
Yeah.
And then you get to, a corporate America job where everything is regulated and there's rules
Right.
and people have been doing things the way that they've been doing them.
Yeah.
So you come in with all of these new ideas and new platforms, and it's possible that the company hasn't completely bought into those yet,
Right.
which then makes you question if what you learned at school is useful. I think that personal brand and reputation is so important, and it starts with the way that you dress. It may not.
The ability for somebody to identify who you are and what you do.
Right.
If I walk into the mall wearing, maybe boots with a little heel and a blazer coat, somebody could look at me and say, I bet she's a business professional.
If you want to be respected, you also have to care about your reputation outside of work too. What you do on the weekend is a direct reflection of your personal brand. When you're out and about and you see people, it doesn't matter if you're not working with them. It's important that your brand is always the same.
And maybe that's how networking happens too.
Yeah, and I think it also plays into social media too. A lot of people in college would post anything on the internet, and digital footprint is real. I mean, people could bring it up in an interview, And you also don't want employers looking through your social media and being like, who did we just hire? You don't want to feel embarrassed in front of a client, especially like in a professional setting.
Yeah.
So making sure that your Instagram and all of your social media is clean is a must for young professionals.
We talked a lot about your personal brand outside of the office, how you appear in public, how you handle your social media, but inside of the office is equally as important, of course. Don't engage in workplace gossip. It's as simple as that, right?
It is as simple as that. I say hello to everybody in the morning, and then I put my headphones on and I work all day, and then I say goodbye to everybody at night. When we would go home for breaks, I found it about impossible to make plans with my friends. None of my friends live where I'm from. They're all in Syracuse or Albany or Plattsburgh, so it's really difficult for me to see all of my friends. I just started really taking advantage of the weekends. What's a 1-hour car ride? What I really needed to get better at was setting real plans, because it's super easy to just be like, hey, we should plan a weekend. But no, make plans. What weekend are we doing? What
Oh my
time are we
gosh.
doing?
That's important in every area of your life, especially in business,
We wanted to close out the video by talking about Harvard Business Review's headline of the week.
which was how work changed in 2025. If you read the article, you would notice that the main takeaways are about AI and technology and employee well-being.
We are super familiar with AI, and I personally love AI. Use it every single day at work, and most days I run out of my free ChatGPT responses. I think it's super helpful for Excel. I will be asking ChatGPT to write me formulas, and
Yeah.
then people in the workplace will be so excited that I was able to come up with a solution so fast. I'm like, AI came up with it, and
Absolutely.
AI wrote the Excel formula to fix this problem super fast.
I do use it during my workday as well. One way that it's really helpful is I'm prospecting across a large territory, Vermont and upstate New York, so I can really ask it to target an area and give me a targeted list of businesses in a specific area instantly.
It's super important for Photoshop as well, because
Yeah.
the Adobe Suite and Canva have a ton of really useful AI features that make my job in marketing super easy.
Well, it's evolving fast and we're learning a lot, but I'm optimistic about it. The second point of the article, employee well-being, I think that the business community is making strides on employee well-being.
I do too.
It's definitely something in the headlines and something that employees are working towards every day, which I think is great.
My employer personally is doing a wonderful job with that. I know that they do monthly activities. They have healthier snacks in the lobby. And then they also made sure, at least in their headquarter office, that everyone has access to sunlight where they're sitting. So
Are you kidding?
I'm serious.
That is
yeah.
amazing.
I know. My
Wow.
employer is rocking the house down. And of course they do volunteering, so.
Good. Yeah, I like to volunteer as well, but that's separate from my work day. Another point that we wanted to talk about was saying your goals out loud, because that's actually how this little experimental podcast came to be. I had written down my New Year's resolutions, and one of them was to start a side hustle.
One of my goals in 2026 was also start a side hustle. Say your goals out loud.
We hope that this can continue and we can continue to share some insights into our experiences as young professionals. We know there's a lot of you out there grinding and becoming professionals. We probably have a lot in common and a lot to discuss.
Let's connect.